Hey everyone, welcome to the Curly Plan. So I had asked you guys to ask us some questions that we can be answering for you guys on a Q&A. So thank you for asking questions to those who asked, and we're gonna get started. So, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Chrishani Booth, aka Shiny Rude Boy, aka
Talk louder.
aka this girl's fiance, aka
This girl has a name.
aka I want to start the video now.
Okay. So, the first question is, when did y'all meet?
At Irvin's.
Yes. Okay, so we...
In college.
Yes, we met in college. It was around Valentine's Day because my sorority, we always host an event every year called Is Bay Really Bay. We met on that day that we were hosting it. So right before the event,
I was supposed to meet up with her about 11 o'clock at this place called Irvin's in State College. Basically,
tell them what Irvin's is.
No. Irvin's is like a, you know those breakfast shops? Yeah, so
we sell bagels and coffee.
Yeah.
Really good. State College.
Yeah. It's not like I met her on Tinder or nothing, because I was supposed to meet up with her, but DM her, obviously, you know, slide in the DM.
He slid in my DMs, y'all.
Spit a 1 or 2 lyrics, you know.
He says that I added him. I sent him a friend request.
She added me
on Instagram, but I don't remember
December
that.
the year before that. December the year before.
So
that.
December 2014.
So you know, from a girl add you, we are good. You just have isn't it like a 1 or 2 pictures or something, you know, and then you just basically slide in. Some just, you know?
December 14th, that's when I supposedly sent him.
I don't know which day in December.
2014.
Oh, December.
And then February 2015, that's when we actually met at Irving. I got a tea, and I don't know what he got, but you know how late he was? He was almost an hour late. Almost an hour late. But that just shows you, because to this day, Chrishani, you tell him that an event starts at 2 and he starts getting ready at 2 p.m.
No,
that's true. And I always like to be on time.
I was scarred in my life before, so it's a case where I've been heartbroken, I've been scarred. So like when I go on a date with somebody, I can't be there sitting and waiting on you, because I've done that before and the person never showed up, so I felt bad. So obviously, like, you know.
Okay, next question. Do you know I'm her sister? Anais is asking that.
Oh yeah. So you know that.
I talk about you, Anais. Of course, yeah. I do. Does know you're my sister. My littlest sister. Now I'm grown. How many siblings do I have?
It's either 3 or 2. I mean, sorry, it's either 3 or either 3 or 2, because you know you have Ralph, and you have Anais, but you have, there's another one. So it's 3. It's 3.
What's the other one's name?
B. You know, you really don't tell me. Don't tell. Yeah. Silvana. Yeah.
Silvana.
Yeah.
Okay. Anais wants to know if you're a nice guy. I'm gonna answer
Anais is so young, bro. You know, based on the questions, are you a nice guy?
I love her. I know. He is when he wants to be, but Chrishani can be rude.
No. I think it's also a cultural thing. Sometimes when I'm joking around, she's not gonna just get that like that.
Yeah. In the beginning, especially when we started our relationship, it was very much a culture clash, because things that we would consider rude, he's just like, no, that's not rude. Like, and a lot of people in Jamaica would be like, no, that's not rude. So it's definitely a culture clash.
Even like out there too, babe. When like I was like telling her, yo, what going with the what was it?
With the creamer.
The creamer. You know what I'm saying?
Going with the creamer.
It's not that I'm being aggressive or nothing.
Yeah.
Like they get it, like, bro. We just kind of want the creamer
it's
still.
more like a
so it's
culture
like,
clash. So for what we would think, oh, you're mad rude,
yeah,
it's literally how they interact with each other, which I also have gotten used to throughout the years. Sometimes it's a little too much. Yeah, sometimes it still gets to me, and I just
it gets to me sometimes
too.
Watch him the whole time.
So, how long have y'all been together?
She told me 4.5 years.
4.5.
Thought it was just 4.
4.5. Long time. What are your future plans after marriage? That's a good
Who asked the question?
My little.
My goals, which is also a part of her goals naturally, because at the end of the day, like certain things is kind of like a together thing, is definitely doing more investing. You know, obviously we want to take advantage of compounding. So once we can solidify the whole living arrangements and stuff, I want that to be very important to me. Well, which is basically be us. We want to get our account together when it comes down to investing.
It's not an investing 101.
Oh yeah, sorry. All right, yeah. Outside of that,
basically, we want to get our finances straight. We want to be able to live comfortably, and we also want to be able to travel, because when we lived in college together, we did a lot of road trips, and that's something that we want to also incorporate when we're living together. Obviously, we want to buy a house, but I think right after marriage, we just want to get together.
The money
and
is more important right now, like getting things to a certain level.
Yeah, right now we're, you know, taking classes, like little classes here and there, looking at YouTube channels on how to like invest and get your money up. So that's something that we're trying to do, so when we come together, we can bring our knowledge together and try to build something from that. Something that's very important is that we want to create generational wealth, so that our kids and our kids and, you know, after that they'll be good. So that's something that's very important to us, even though, you know, a lot of people say money is not everything, which it is not.
I know I'm broke, bro.
But yeah, we don't want to be broke.
Yeah, we don't want to be broke.
So yeah, that's our plan. Well, financial plan. I don't want to go into details with that. Yeah. But aside from that, we don't want to have kids right away. We probably want to wait maybe a couple years till we have kids.
Yeah, because like the thing is that being away for a while, obviously we see each other, you know, a couple months, but like being away is like people grow, you know, and it's like you have to take in account of the way they grow and like the direction they're growing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I was actually talking about that with my big and her boyfriend, because I was saying that every time I come to Jamaica or Chrishani comes to the US to visit, we're like, wow, you do that now? It's kind of like getting to know each other again, because the little things that we probably wouldn't have noticed if we were together all the time, we noticed them, because like 3 months ago or 4 months ago you weren't doing that, you know, now you are. So it's kind of like getting to know a new person again. So something that we want to do is build that relationship, because even though we talk every day, we're not physically present every day. So it's kind of hard. So we definitely want to make sure that we're good before we bring in someone else, and then we have to focus on them.
We're not even bringing in a dog. You know that's not happening yet.
Yeah, not a dog. Not even a dog yet, because we need to be selfish with our time, and that's something that, you know, I want us to enjoy each other, enjoy each other's presence, enjoy each other's presence with our friends. So yeah, family. Yeah. It's kind of like we have to get to know each other and used to each other, living with each other, things like that. Not
even just getting to know is like I think that's like the easy part, no offense, but living with each other is like a different story, because I have a routine, you know what I'm saying? She has a routine. Does it mean like we don't have to compromise and we're as much when we're not together, you know? But basically, like, because we're doing so many different things, it's like when it comes to us doing it together, it's like pulling teeth a little bit, because I have to change the way how I do things, whereas she has to change the way how she does things. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely going to take some getting used to, you know, getting into our routine, not necessarily together, but in a way that we can compromise with each other.
Yeah, and that's something that is very hard for me to do. At least me, I'm saying it because I'm so selfish with me, because I do what I want to do. I live by myself, get my own money. So when I come over here, now I have to compromise and be like, okay, B, what do you want to eat? What do you want to do? How do you want to do things? Whereas it's hard for me, because I'm already used to just getting up and leave and knowing what I'm gonna do and not having to ask anybody. So, and
it's also a short frame of time every time we see each other, so it's like, okay, we need to do these things now, you know what I mean? We can't wait, you know, we can't just chill, we can't relax, you know, as much.
Okay. Next, how do you both manage to stay so happy so far away?
Bro, alright, that question is very interesting. But the truth, I think, with any relationship is that there's ups and downs. And to think that a couple is happy 365 days of the year I think is false.
And of course, we're not going to publicize our downfalls. Nobody does, right?
I don't think we should publicize downfalls.
No,
really.
And nobody does. Nobody's going to publicize their downfall, especially in the relationship. When they have problems with the relationship, they're not going to publicize that. But I think something that we both managed to do is, it was very hard in the beginning when we graduated and he had to move back to Jamaica, because I was always with him in college. We did everything together. So when he moved back to Jamaica, it was really hard for me, and it was such a depressing time because I didn't know what it was like to live without him. And it's true, like I was so, and like just thinking about it just makes me like tear up because I had to go through a lot. It was a very painful period for me.
Do you even cry?
Yeah.
Don't cry.
Okay. It was very painful because we actually were really good when we left. Those last couple months were really, really amazing. So when he left, I was confused and I was lost. I was so sad. But then I knew that I had to do something, and I had to be happy by myself so that when we got together, we can bring our happiness together. So I started doing what I do best, which is like planning. I love planning, so I started planning just my life, and that got me excited for the future. And then I started setting goals for myself and accomplishing those goals. So our happiness is together, yes, but it's because it's individually, and then we just bring it together. And also being long distance has a lot to do with trust, but it's also because we compromise a lot. Chrishani knows what I don't like, and I know what Chrishani doesn't like, so we try to stay away from those things. And we also have that mutual respect, because we always say if we are trying to build something, we need to trust each other 100% wholeheartedly, because there's no point in building something long-term with someone if there's no trust there. But as like how we stay happy, I have a strong support system back at home. My family, my sisters, my sorority sisters, like I wouldn't be
not just that too,
anything without them. Like they are my support system. If I ever need somebody, they're there, all of them. Yeah, and my mom, my aunt, my uncles, my cousins,
army.
There's a whole army. I do have a whole army, and that's why I will never take them for granted. I feed off of people's energy, so I love the positivity around me, and that's all I surround myself with. I feel like positive people. Even when I'm negative, they bring me to my positive side.
So the question was about happiness together, and she's basically talking about happiness individually. So I guess that's the key. Yes.
The key is being happy with yourself, because you cannot expect, if you're not happy with yourself, you cannot expect your partner to make you happy, because happiness, I always say happiness is within you. If you're not happy with yourself, well, I'm like really wet.
You're fine.
If you're not happy with yourself, you cannot make someone happy. You can't pour from a half empty cup.
You can't pour from a half empty cup. You can't pour from a cup that not nothing. That doesn't have anything.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
What's wrong with you?
No, so, because you said.
Oh, and another thing. When we went to church this past Sunday, the pastor said, "Love isn't a feeling; it's a choice," and it's so true. Because being far from Chris, I forget how my love for him feels. I forget it, but I know it's there, and every day I wake up and I choose to love him. I remember I love him. I forget how it feels, how the love feels, because he's not there.
Love is weird, man.
But I choose every day to love him, and that is something that I learned.
Alright, pretty. And I also think something that really helps is something I'm realizing right now too, is like removing distractions. So we have, and it's not distractions in terms of a bad thing, like it's distractions in terms of self goals. So or routines that we go through. This is a weird thing to go into, but basically before even coming to this hotel right now that me and her are staying at right now, like I got my video done, I got our engagement shoots done. Everything I planned on doing so far except the part with her, is done. No, I'm with her. And that's the thing. I can do all these things. By the end of the day, if I don't have her, it's like, okay, no, isn't it? I'm not gonna really feel happy. So it's like, yeah, if there was like a bar of happiness, my bar would be, I'd say about halfway, right? When I do all my music stuff, and then once I'm with her, it's full. And I'm not worrying about all that stuff. I haven't touched a song since I've been here.
What were you saying?
Oh yeah, basically, yeah, the camera just dead, you know. Or the camera just died. Basically, removing distractions, you know, and removing these individual goals, so that when we're together and we know we're supposed to be focusing on each other, we can. The clarity is there.
Yeah, and we have individual goals as well as goals together.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps us happy. We're happy individually because we're happy with where we are and who we surround ourselves with. Like Chrishani has a really good support system here too. So it's just coming together and bringing our happiness together, and that's what's important.
She's trying to wrap up this video.
Yeah, so I'm trying to wrap up this video because I want to head to the beach. See, I'm in my bathing suit. I want to go. Do you have any closing remarks?
Yeah, those are the answers to the questions that you guys asked.
Thank you for asking.
I've been trying to do this video for a long time.
I have, but so thank you guys for asking.
But I think this was the most perfect way to do it. You see me? You can't rush it, you know. You just have to do it the way it's supposed to be done, organically.
Thank you guys for asking these questions.
How would we have done this video before we even came to this hotel? Because it's like, it would have been, I don't know, B. Like, we're talking about love and all that stuff, but it's like, yeah, I know I love you, but I really remember how much I love you, in a solid way, when I'm with you alone and it's just me and you. You get what I'm saying? And I know it's not the place. It's just the fact that me and you are together away from other things, and that's what I mean by distractions. It's not that they're bad. It's just that
we just need some time alone.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like a honeymoon, but it's not a honeymoon. You good, D? It's like a honeymoon, but it's not a honeymoon.
Yeah. So thank you guys for asking these questions. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any other questions that you guys would like us to answer, please let me know.
Her kids gonna have some big heads in the beat.
Make sure you comment below, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and we'll be back with more videos, you guys. Thank you. I'll be back with more videos. Thank you guys for asking this, and I love you all. Bye.
I put her in my music video, by the way.
They know that.
Oh, they know?
Yeah.
Alright. Bye.